So I think from 1994, 95, 96, I tried to become some assistant coach or something, but I didn't like coaching.
You didn't like coaching?
So I went to study software technology system management.
That's such a change in industry.
Yeah, but that's also something creative. Computers were the in thing. IT was...
But it's really nice that even after playing football, you went and continued your studies.
Well, there was no other option, because otherwise, this is a very sad part where today we don't have counselors, so we don't go to counselors, we don't go to we go to a physiotherapist if you have a problem, but a psychologist, you never think of it. If that time, if you had a counselor or psychologist, I think it would have been a better mind
solution.
So, but then I had some good, people around me. My wife really very, very helpful. She said, "Why don't you do an IIT?" So, software technology system management. I did that's also another story. So there are many stories in my life which just you may call it hurdle, but I overcome them.
It's good. They make you the person you are today. So it's good that you faced them.
What you're saying is absolutely right. But those are the hurdles that came my way, and I had to overcome it. And every time I had a step forward. So I was leaping forward. So once I finished that, I was good at computers, and I should create a lot of programs. And company also benefited from that. I got into the management union negotiation.
Which company was this?
Mahindra.
Oh, Mahindra. Okay, nice.
So it was interesting. So one fine day, the management of Mahindra called me and said that because I had written a nasty email to the president.
Oh, how come?
Stating that why are you spending so much money on not compatible people?
Okay.
You're giving ex-players so much money. Why don't you get the real players? So he said, who's the brother? Down at it, international football, ex-international Shiv Chhatrapati, so they called me.
Wow.
So when they called me, they thought I made sense, and so they got me into the think tank.
Okay.
When I got into the think tank, I started thinking like a manager. And very soon I got the post of a manager. Because of my status of what I was, Shiv Chhatrapati Awardee, an ex-footballer. And I had a good vision. I could actually, problem solving was one of my biggest assets, where I knew exactly what the players want and what the management want and how we want to bring in the best into the team or get into a tournament. How do we pep up players? So it was my experience as a player being at that level and being an example for the players was something that we could actually relate. And it made my life easier.
So when was this? Which year was this?
So this was in 2002.
Okay.
And 2003, I picked up my team, and 2004 we were champions of I-League.
Oh, beautiful.
So I think what we did is 2004, 2005, 2007, we were always in the AFC Cup. We went up to 2007, we went up to the quarterfinals of the AFC Cup. That was very difficult for teams because, when you go to AFC, there's a lot of management to be learned and to be doing. Actually, the amount of work is there is significant. Hosting an event of international.
I've told you this before, like me growing up, I've heard of Mahindra United many times. I've seen them come down to Bangalore also during my school football days. And my impression of Indian football, other than the Mohan Bagan and East Bengal, was Mahindra United, HALFC, these kinds of people as well. So it's very great that I even get to speak to you about this.
Yeah, it's good. That time, there's a lot of opportunity in different teams. Whether you talk about banks, you talk about railways, you talk about airlines, and you talk about private teams, professional teams. Whether in Goa, you would see teams like Tempo, Sangankar, Vasco, which was a people's club, which is absolutely brilliant. So many years old it is. And then if you go below, now Churchill Brothers have come up over there, and FC Goa has come up. If you go down the south, you get Kerala Police, you should get Titanum, you should get State Electricity, Kerala State Electricity Board, And you had many such teams in the south, and then you come up to Maharashtra and got a huge amount of team over here. Only that Gujarat was not too big enough, but then now Gujarat has moved into it. You go to MP, you go to UP, you go to Delhi, you go to Kashmir, and you go to the Northeast.
It's so sad how so many of these clubs have just gotten lost in history and we don't hear much of them nowadays, don't you think?
Everything has changed. So what happened in 1996, 2006? Okay, so all of a sudden you got professional league coming in 1996. So in 2000, Mahindra turned out to become Mahindra United.
Yeah.
And very soon in around 2006, it came AFC criteria started coming in, where you have to become a professional club, you have to be a private entity, commercial entity. And it was very difficult for a transformation. Many other companies felt the heat. They could not transfer public sector teams, railways and airlines and ONGCs. This could not become private teams. So there was a huge transition happening there, huge confusion over there. And all of a sudden, the I-League came out to become a very professional league. And now the ISL, which has become the top league of the country.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think during the play also, during being the manager and getting the team into the profile is not very easy. That time we didn't have transfer systems. Today we have got some transfer system. The CRS system is out. The transfers can happen only on the CRS, where teams can ask each other.
The sport has been a lot more professionalized since before.
So my time, it is like kidnapping.
Yeah.
You won't believe it's actually like a film story.
Yeah.
If you want to play for Mohun Bagani's Bengal, Mohun Baganis would pick up kids from different clubs and bring them into their clubs. And Mahindra's, we also wanted to fill up our team. So what happened in 2004-5, we started at Dempo was one club which was going very professional with good players and good salaries. And Mohun Bagani's Bengal, Mohammedan Sporting were the top team.
Yeah.
People all want to go and play there. So we at Maharashtra and Mumbai think as to why we can't become a big team.
Yeah.
The management asked me, why can't we be a big team? So we said, yeah, if you start breaking the monopoly, we can do it.
Yeah.
So they asked me, how do we win the National League? And I said, if we can make the conditions right, I think we can also become a champion.
Yeah.
So they asked me, what are your conditions? So I said, I need Barreto, Yakubu, Venkatesh, Mahesh Kaudi, Sandeep Nandi, and I went on with the list.
Change the entire team.
And I said, this is the list that I want. If you can give me this list, the cup is ours.
Yeah.
And sitting down there with that confidence, our president said, okay, go ahead. Go and do it.
Yeah.
It's not very easy. We took the names. People have to come. So there's goodwill with the company. And a lot of players, Barreto played for us, Yakubu played for us, Mahesh Kaudi, the top international from Goa, who played for East Bengal. So I had to bring this player. We used to go in the middle of the night to really kidnap this player. It was like a scene, like we have movie scene.
Yeah, I can imagine.
For bank robbery, and you have to rob the players and bring them back, and nobody should know about it.
So what was that entire season like by the end of it when you won the championship?
Well, it was. We not only did the double.
Did the double?
We won the Federation Cup as well as the championship.
You must have been buzzing. What was that like?
Well, we were like stars that time.
Yeah.
Everybody looking at us. And, we had Mohun Bagani's Bengal coming back to Mumbai to say that, boss, from next year onwards, we don't touch our players, we don't touch your players, and we'll do this and we'll do that. So that time players used to earn around 6 to 10 lakhs, started getting 18 to 25 lakhs. And the market of the players went up, and that was fantastic for the game. And competition went throughout Maharashtra, throughout India.
Yeah.
And Denpos used to buy players, Sangam used to buy players, Mumbai now, Mahindra bought players, East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, JCT. So there were many people who bought up the budgets in their team and started paying for players, coaches. So foreign coaches started coming in, and some type of media relations started come out, and it was fantastic. That was the time that the economy of things started increasing. So I think that was one of the best parts of my life, because I could relate to players, what they feel, what they think, what they want, and I could give them.
Yeah.
Whether it's the bonuses or increase in salary, or want to send them back, saying, okay, you must go down somewhere and play and come back again if you're not getting so many matches in the team,
Yeah.
because we can't give everybody. And fitness was something that my team was best at,
Yeah.
and injuries were less with good fitness. So it was fantastic.
That sounds amazing. So